Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Before starting, subscribe and like the videos, it really helps. The content from this video are taken from the web novel and manga series of Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation. Now please enjoy the video. Volume 12 Chapter 3 Natural Enemy Encounter Part 1. I felt a sensation almost like suddenly waking up from sleep. I guess it would be the feeling of being taken aback. It clearly felt like my consciousness was interrupted for a moment. After looking next to me, Elinalise was looking over the surroundings with a face like a fox had her as well. We've teleported, haven't we? I wonder. I look at our surroundings. It's the same as just before, ruins made of stone. It really doesn't look like there are any differences. No, in the corner there's a bit of sand piling up. There's no ivy along the walls anymore as well. The light brown color has increased as a whole. It's a different place. We slowly and carefully leave the magic circle. There's nothing unusual with our bodies. We have our baggage. Elinalise and the contents haven't changed places either. After we left, the magic circle started up activity again and began to release a bluish-white light. That sure is convenient. From what I can see, even though it doesn't seem like a magic crystal has been established anywhere, I wonder how it works. I wonder if there's a crystal left deep underground. If it's capable of absorbing the magic power from its surroundings, then I would certainly like to know the method, for the time being, I'd like to ascertain if we can return. That's right. There are magic circles for two-way teleportation, but that doesn't mean we are able to return unconditionally. In the case of a one-way passage, we'll have to return on foot. We've already managed to come here, but the return trip on foot would still be half a year. Then I'll go for a short while, and if I can't return, then go on ahead without me. After saying that, Elinalise had me step back. If the worst case happens and you end up disappearing, I'll pass on reporting that to Paul. I see, then I'll leave it to you. Well, I don't really mind which of us does it. It does seem like we were teleported, but it's not certain that this is even Beggarito after all. Then, I'm going. Elinalise jumped onto the magic circle. In the next instant, it was almost like the magic circle sucked her up and her figure disappeared. It's the first time I've seen the moment when someone was teleported. It gave off a feeling kind of like being swallowed up by the ground. I wonder if you move through the inside of the ground. For the time being, I'll wait at ease. I have faith in Nanahoshi's story. Orsted claimed that it doesn't particularly require any incantation. There's the possibility that it might have required some kind of magic tool as well, but for the time being we've already succeeded on the teleport once. Then, I want to think that returning will be fine as well. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. She's slow. After 15 minutes Elinalise returned. In the moment she appeared it was like a reverse playback of the moment she disappeared. From the ground it seemed like she was almost exhaled out as she appeared. Elinalise was restlessly looking around her surroundings. After seeing my figure she nodded deeply. I was able to properly return, it seems. In any case, you were just a bit slow though. Is that so? I had intended to return immediately though. Is there some sort of time lag? Even though I say that, it's at most several minutes. On the one-way path only about 7 minutes. I wonder if the time difference has some relation to it. Come to think of it, I feel like I heard the story somewhere that there was a bit of a lag between the time when Fedoa region disappeared and the refugees started to appear as well. Was the one who said it Sylphy, I wonder? Teleporting isn't instant movement, but it might be high-speed movement. Or else maybe it's something like boson jump. In any case, if we're able to return then there's no problem. That's right. If it was something dangerous, then I'm sure Orsted wouldn't use it after all. We should just be fine with the fact that we were able to confirm we can return. Then shall we go? After we confirmed that we can make use of the magic circle, we went up the stairs. Part 2. The moment we arrived on the first floor, I felt the temperature quickly rising. It was a gust of hot air. However, maybe because the humidity is low, but it doesn't feel all that sticky. I heard that the desert stretched out around the surroundings of the ruins. Then, I can understand this heat as well. The first floor was made well with stone, the same as the ruins in the forest. If there was something you could call a difference, it would be that there's no ivy on the walls and roof, and there's sand piling up in the passage. There's almost enough sand that you can barely see the floor. And, there's a number of footprints still remaining. It better not be those of Orsted. If we end up running into him, I'll have to surrender in a dagiza. There were 4 rooms. I wonder if the layout of the ruins is the same. Inside of one of the rooms, there was a thick white mantle in a canteen deposited. As I thought this should be something that belongs to Orsted, I'm sure. The footprints, what should we do? Should we try and erase them? Is it that one Orsted? I think it will be fine, but it's scary. I wonder if we should leave a note or something. With Nanahoshi's referral, I've made usage of your teleportation magic circle. We will make sure to keep to the obligation of confidentiality, so please do not get angry. Something like that. Since we don't know when he'll come, unexpectedly the probability that he doesn't find out might be high as well. There's the possibility that the note itself might be the snake in the bush. For the time being, I'll avoid going with that. After that, we investigated the rest of the ruins, but naturally we didn't run into Orsted. After investigating the rooms we went outside. It was hot outside. It wasn't warm, it was hot. The breeze blowing across my face hurts. In front of my eyes was the scenery of sand dunes spreading out that I've seen a number of times in pictures in my previous life. It's a desert. However, the sun has started to set. I'm sure it will be night very soon. How did it go? Was it better to walk around in the desert at night? Or since it's below freezing at night, was it no good to move around? I wonder if it's fine to apply that sort of common sense to this world as well. If I remember correctly, there are many monsters in the desert that are active at night. Moving around in the darkness, I'm sure getting surprise attacked by monsters would be dangerous. Elinalise-san, what should we do? Even if we started walking now, we wouldn't cover very much distance. It's a bit early, but let's sleep in a place with a roof. It became that we would be staying overnight in these ruins for today. Part 3. The night was an intense cold. I had heard that the temperature difference from the day and the night were severe, and that certainly was the case. It's fine right now because we're inside of the ruins, but I can't help but think about the time when we'll be camping outside. I wonder if it would be fine to create a shelter with earth magic and pass time there. Using earth magic to create an earth fortress is convenient, but if I stop supplying it with magic power it will collapse. However, if I tamper with it a bit, maintaining it in the shape of a kamakura as possible. We could make a campfire inside of there and warm it up. Yeah, let's go with that. For today, we're laying down in sleeping bags in one of the rooms in the ruins. For the time being, before sleeping I poured all the magic power I could supply into Elinalise's magic tool. Putting my hand on the diaper and pouring magic power into it. It's an idiotic scene. Elinalise said it in passing. Rudeus, if you end up not having enough magic power, at that time put off the magic tool. But, if I stop supplying this magic power, won't Elinalise-san be unable to endure it? If it comes to combat, then your magic is absolutely essential. Let's go with placing priority on that. The monsters on Begarito continent aren't as strong as the ones on Magic continent. Even though I say that, there should be monsters at the same level. We can't let our guard down. No, with just this much then it's not like my magic power will disappear after all. Is that so? It's really endless, isn't it? It doesn't match up to Elinalise-san's sexual desire though. It's not to that degree at all. In the first place, if I skip out on pouring magic power into the magic tool and Elinalise becomes a sex beast then it would be terrible. If I'm attacked then I'm sure I won't be able to endure it. Just once, it'll be fine as just a secret between the two of us. I resisted it, but I wasn't able to do anything to prevent it. Like that, I can make up a lot of excuses for myself after all. If I can't endure it, both of us might end up experiencing disaster. Like Elinalise getting pregnant. Cliff would resent me for his whole life. Sylphy would look at me with an empty look. My little sisters would scorn me. Yeah, if I were to lay my hands on Elinalise, I can't see anything but a bad future ahead. If you end up unable to endure it, at least make do with just the mouth. And that's no good. By the point that such thoughts as those rise to the surface, I start to accumulate it as well. This past week I've been clinging on to Elinalise after all. We haven't done anything particularly erotic, but I am young after all. Tonight, at the time when I'm standing guard, I need to make sure I take care of it. Well, let's sleep. It seems that for a short while this desert will continue, it won't be good if we don't preserve our physical strength. That's right. Even though it's no good if we don't preserve our physical strength, if I don't let out what needs to be let out it won't be good. It's painful being a man. That's it guys, thank you for watching, subscribe if you want more and don't forget to like the videos.